And welcome back into the Sports Source, our Christmas edition here. This segment brought to you by Madisonville Marine. Steve Sloan, Joe Special, and the whole group down there want you to have a wonderful and safe holiday this week. Merry Christmas from them to you. And we are back with Bob, Mike, Chuck, and Jimmy right there. Questions for each of you in this round. We're talking about Christmas lyrics here to songs and, well, lyrics. What else would they be lyrics to? Christmas songs, Christmas carols, etc. All right, here we go. A question. We'll start with the first lyric. From now on, we all will be together if the fates allow. Okay, there we go. Jimmy, will the fates allow NFL-eligible Vols Alvin Kamara, Jalen Reeves-Maybin, and Cam Sutton to be together with their Vol teammates next season? Will they all be back next year?
John, I think so. And one reason I think that Kamar's coming back, I don't think he'll project high enough. Jalen Reeves-Maybin is basically a fourth-round projection. I don't think he'll go. Sutton's a little bit iffy. I don't think he's going to measure at 6'1", which is what Tennessee lists him. I think the draft advisory board will come back and give him a mid-second round draft pick round, so I think he's going to come back.
There is one, and Bob, you talked to me about it. Todd McShay is about the only guy that has him in the first round.
Late first round.
Late first round.
Okay, moving right along before I lose my voice. Chuck Cavaleris, this is for you. Quick shift in sports. There you go. Will it be a holly jolly Christmas next year? Next year for the Lady Vols Holly Warlick. In other words, will things get better for her and her team over the next 12 months?
Well, I'll tell you what, that's a good question because, I mean, what a difference a day makes. I mean, you just upset Oregon State, which is your biggest road win since 2007. So many things. I don't know it's going to be much better. I think it's going to be about what it has been.
You've had people complaining this year. You think they'll still be groaning next year?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Okay. Probably until she reaches a Final Four, wins a national championship. Okay, next one we have from Mike Strange here. This is an either-or question, and I'll let everybody chime in on this one, okay? This will be a quick one. We'll let everybody in on this. Mike, you started. Josh Dobbs. A year from now, will he remain mostly a run Rudolph kind of guy, or will he join the triumph of the skies? Hark the Herald Angels sing. Chuck Berry versus a classic Christmas Carol. Will Dobbs still be a better runner next year, or will he improve his passing game?
He will improve his passing game, but he will be a run-first guy next year. That's who he is.
Agreed. Anybody disagree?
I'm going to disagree just a little bit. And I think it's going to be determined by what he does with his receivers in the offseason, because I think he has an opportunity to get to be a better passer. And I think if he is a run-first guy next year, if that's his game, then 10-2 may be a little bit harder to attain. I think he does need to throw the ball better.
I think he needs to pass better. He will. As a senior, it's hard for me to see a guy improving that much accuracy from his junior to his senior year. But
I've seen it when a new coach comes in, David Cutcliffe with Eric Ainge. But I think Tennessee's going to have the same coach, Nick Sheridan. I think is going to be hired. I don't see anything changing with Dobbs, with mechanics or anything. Therefore, I think you'll see the same Dobbs next year.
You know, and the other thing is, Ainge had already shown as a freshman, though, that he
some ability.
Yeah, some ability. And then that sophomore year, he fell apart. Junior year, they just had to kind of reignite him. Whereas I don't know that Dobbs has ever looked like a tremendous accurate passer. Chuck, your thought?
I just think there were too many throws that were so incredibly inaccurate. I don't know how you change that from one year to the next. If you were just missing by a small,
more accurate.
Yeah, well, I mean, but we hadn't seen it yet. I just don't see him improving that much, if any at all, in passing the ball.
All right. Yeah, you can still win with him, but that's certainly most guys are either pass first or run first. There aren't many guys who are good at both. So, all right. Bob, Mark Elder is leaving. There have been rumors of other coaches going, though it looks like Zach Azzanni will not be headed to Maryland, which is kind of floated around out there. It looks that way. How do you take the potential for staff changes? All is calm, all is bright, or those blue memories start calling? Are you worried about potential staff changes and Butch Jones' handling of the situation?
I'm slightly worried about Butch Jones' handling of the situation because he's had a tendency to want to lean on the people that he has known in the past. It doesn't look like he casts a huge net when he's hiring. So it worries me just a little bit that he doesn't seem to be as creative a hirer. Is that a word?
Sure.
Okay, it is
It is
now.
today. It's on our show.
I don't think he seems to be as creative with his hiring as some other coaches do. So there's a little bit of a worry in there if he loses too many.
What's interesting, he casts a wide net for interviews. But then when he hires, it's somebody that's already in the boat, so to speak.
Usually,
Yeah. So.
What do you think, guys? You worried at all, or you be calm about it if some guys leave?
I think you always worry about it when guys leave. That's just me.
Chuck?
I don't think there's enough national search to the national search. I mean, I don't care who you're interviewing, and it just doesn't seem like you're bringing in people that, wow, where's the wow hire instead of the guy he's worked with before?
Although people said that when he was first hired, and
Yeah.
you've had some guys like Tommy Thigpen and Willie Martinez.
Well, here's the
who-
deal. People didn't like the staff when he was first hired, and now people are worried that the staff could break up to a certain point. So that tells you a little bit about how hard it is to predict these things.
Well, I heard a thing this week because T. Martin was promoted to offensive coordinator at USC. A lot of people were saying, well, Butch should have hired him. They offered him, and there were some people over there that weren't happy with the way that T. Martin kind of,
Right.
his price tag moved while he was in town. But we'll discuss plenty of coaching changes in the year ahead as they develop. Coming up next on our show, our office, the Office of Sports Source Diversity, sent me a memo this week. They wanted us to be more inclusive this year. This is not a Christmas show wrapped in a holiday show. So we're going to branch out and celebrate other holidays in December. Next, we're going to Seinfeld. We're talking Festivus. It is our airing of grievances. The airing of grievances is next. What ticked us off this year? Come on back on the Sports Source.
From East Tennessee to the Carolinas, no job is too big for Benedict Construction. Patios and decks, custom remodels, even custom homes. With a reputation for excellence, rely on the custom work of Benedict Construction.